proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Regional 28 championship basketball on the campus of Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs, the Rossville Hornets and the North Vermilion Falcons. Let's get to our starting lineups. First for the Hornets, there he is, number 5, Braden Teely-Hahn. The junior guard comes into this one averaging 22 a contest. Then a junior guard, Cooper Dunn. Sean, you said he's a game changer, so we'll keep an eye on number 11. Andrew Woolen, a sophomore, a guard. He wears number 14. He'll get the start for head coach Corey Dunn. Brody Skinner. I like him, Sean, working that block, always doing the dirty work. Number 21, the senior forward, and Aiden Schomburg. He can get hot, too, a junior guard wearing number 22. As for the North Vermilion Falcons, it's Lane Toman, the senior forward, wearing number 10, Tegan Dowers. He's the one you got to watch out for, wearing number 11, another senior. And then Tegan Leonard, 17 tonight, the sophomore guard. Number 12, Graham Young, another sophomore, wearing number 24. And then Andre Bucas, number 33. He's got some length, senior forward at 6'6". The Falcons led by head coach Phil Leonard, 15-11, his first year in North Vermilion, but 65 and 139 overall, his 9th season. Spent some time at South Central, Fountain Central, and he's also at South Vermilion, so he went across the street. Corey Dunn in his 12th year with the Hornets, 179 and 116, 20th overall, and he shared some time with Sheridan, so he knows about the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this North Vermilion team in person today. They've got some young studs and some star power there. And, you know, one thing you're going to see today, too, another thing to keep an eye on to be foul trouble. Neither one of these teams go real deep into their bench. I mean, they've got players that have played, don't get me wrong, but they only run maybe, 6, 7 is what you're going to see tonight. And I know every middle school kid in the nation probably just went wild hearing me say that. But, the whole 6, 7 thing, John. But, I mean, I'm telling you, good size, good guard play, both of these teams, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Our officials for the afternoon, Stacey Minier, Rob Wan, and Steve Jovanovich. And the alternate, if he needs to come in, Terry Baker.
Oh, Rob, he's great, man. Go to TikTok. He's always mic'd up. He puts little excerpts from the games out there. Referee Rob.
Buckle up, everybody. Regional 28 championship on the line for a chance to hit semi-state a week from today. It's Lane Toman and Brody Skinner at the circle. And we are underway in Frankfort. That's Cooper Dunn with the basketball. At the logo, got shut off. Skinner on the elbow. Tries to go with that left hand. Power move, no good. And chased down by Graham Young. Tegan Leonard going to control it. Guarded by Dunn. On that left wing, that's Bucas. Looking for help. Now Bucas with that 6'6" frame. Skip pass. 3 ball. Left it short. Good hustle by Lane Toman, but stepped on the end line, so it'll be ball side out for Rossville.
Yeah, Cooper Dunn, watch him over the course of the game. He's coach's kid. He plays the game the right way. He takes great care of the basketball.
That's Skinner. He doesn't like having the ball up there. Now Schomburg with it. Tried to go in the lane, got cut off. Here's Teely-Hahn. Working the perimeter. Schomburg going to try it. Left it off the rim. And Bucas had it. Just couldn't secure it, so it'll be a side out for Rossville.
That's going to be fun to watch down low, these two battling it out. As you said, Skinner's a gamer, man. He doesn't have the size necessarily, the height that Bucas does, but he's going to give him everything he wants physically.
Teely-Hahn, left wing. Working a 2-man. He's going to try it. Off the iron, no good. And chased down by Graham Young. Still knotted at zeros with 6:40 left in the first.
Yeah, it reminds me of a prize fight early on. A couple haymakers thrown, but nobody's really landed anything yet.
Strength in the middle from Tegan Leonard, no good. Rossville on the push. That's done. Good fake by Woolen and left it off the rim.
Yeah, look at this replay again. It was a beautiful dish, and then Woolen just missed the bunny. It's the early jitters getting the best of both teams.
Both of these teams know it's one and done at this point. Here's Bucas up on top of the circle. He'll swing it to Young. The handoff. That's Dowers into the paint, shut off.
Good pass.
And fills it. Graham Young. First points on the board belongs to the Falcons, 2-0. 3-ball. Schaumburg in and out. And the ball chased down, and it's going to go to the Falcons.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a whistle here against Rossville. There was some contact early, and it was the second time that they collided that they got the whistle.
That's going to be on Andrew Woolen, his first team first.
And that was a beautiful look and dish down here on this end for North Vermilion on that last trip.
Dowers into the forecourt. And he'll stay with the Falcons. Sean, you mentioned Cooper Dunn, son of head coach Corey Dunn, but also Tegan Leonard, son of head coach Phil Leonard.
Yeah, it's, when you look out there and you see kids, you can always spot the coaches' kids because they always do the things the right way. That's just all there is to it.
Fundamentally sound. Here's Tegan Leonard on the swing. Down in the paint. Leonard just lost his footing. Here comes Teely Hahn. On the dribble drive, kick out. Dunn thought about it. Into the paint and left that off the backboard.
They got numbers if they want to push. Good job.
In the corner, Bucas. And that ball got punched away by Teely Hahn, but he got too much of the body of Bucas.
You see the interior pass here, and then there's the slap on the arm.
They may have given that to Schaumburg, yep. 2 team fouls, first on Schaumburg. On the baseline, got to get it in. Long outlet. And Dower's going to control it. And Leonard now in the post. And Dowers will bring it back out. Patience here from North Vermilion. .445 left in the first. Only a bucket scored. In the paint. Bucas got bothered by Skinner.
Yeah, you see him bodying up. They're both jockeying for position in there, and Skinner tried to gamble, but he didn't quite have the angle to get through clear without making contact.
That's the third team foul on Rossville with 4:39 left in the first. Bucas, and good defense by Cooper Dunn. On the push, Schaumburg, floater no good, and Bucas with the rebound out front. Toman. And he walked. Had a clear path to the rim and just took steps.
What a beautiful outlet pass from Bucas. And then, he wanted to gather, and it almost looked there, too, like he was thinking about throwing it down. Don't know if the kid's got that kind of hops on him, but, hey, man, I'd love to see it.
Schaumburg into the paint. Good look to Skinner. And Bucas got a hand on it, but also got Skinner in the process.
This is where Skinner lives. He is a block warrior for Rossville, and he gets so many points just right there around the rim. He's been on a little bit of a tear lately too, John. I think he's had 23 points over the last 2 games, so he's up that scoring margin to almost 12 per contest.
Shoots it at only 39% from the line. But look good on that one.
This is obviously a different game. It's regionals now, but this feels eerily similar to the last time Rossville was in this building. They came and they played against the Hot Dogs earlier this year, and it was a 1-point game at the end of the third. Now, Rossville found their groove. They won by 21 in that one, but it took some extra effort and really digging in for that Rossville squad to get that win.
Skinner splits the pair. Nolan Britt in for Rossville, number 45.
Nolan Britt, man, he was the hero of the Kitchen Classic. Got the last second 3-point ball, buzzer beater. They got rushed by his teammates and the fans. But that had to be a fun feeling for the junior.
You'll see Emmett Klugo for North Vermilion, number 5. And also Lane Edmonds, 6'6", on for Rossville, number 2. That's Young. Britt up on him. Now they'll swing it. Klugo needs help. Now on that left wing. They're just going to work the top of that perimeter until they get a clean shot. In the lane with strength. Shave the front of the rim. Bucas with an offensive. Good look down low to Young and got the basket.
Wow. Great effort. Second chance opportunity. Keeps it alive. And I've been really impressed with Bucas' passing ability so far.
Here's Teely Hahn. Left perimeter 3 and cans it.
That'll get the fans going. There's a big sea of red here today. Obviously, Rossville just 14 miles up the road. They're ready to see Teely Hahn take the top off this place.
Tied at 4s. There's Bucas, top of the perimeter. The handoff to Leonard. Guarded by Edmonds. Kick out. 3 ball. Cash it in.
Good look. It's that inside-outside game that gets the look there. The good dribble drive penetration and the kick for the 3.
7-4 coming up on 2:30 left in the first. Teely Hahn perimeter jumper. Smooth stroke.
You're starting to feel it. And that's a scary thing if you're a North Vermilion fan.
Teely Hahn has 5. And just threw it away. Miscommunication between Leonard and Toman.
Yep. Looked like he was going to zig, and then he zagged. And
Tegan Dowers back in, number 11. Just under 11 a contest. And slowly up the court is done. Britt on the left elbow. Needs some help. Now Schaumburg. Working against Leonard. To the paint. And good take, but just hit the inside of the rim. Couldn't get it to go down.
There's been some close shots at the rim for Rossville that have not fallen. They'd be the difference in this contest right now.
Bucas.
What a pass.
Good look underneath to Klugo.
They even gave him some goggles going back down the other end. That kid has got some vision today.
Looks like old Arvidas Sabonis.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself on that one.
It's good. I still know who that is.
Teely Hahn on the dribble drive and strength from number 5. He's up to 7.
I like that Teely Hahn is keeping a minute right now, but they've got to get some support from some of the other players. It cannot be a one-player show. It's going to take all 5 today.
Dowers guarded by Schaumburg. On the dribble drive. No good. Young thought about it. Needs help. Bucas in the post. Triple team, and it was stripped away.
Good job by Britt.
Teely Hahn from Tipton. Off the rebound, no good, and Bucas grabs another rebound. .40 seconds left in the first. In the paint, Young working against Dunn and lost the basketball.
It's good defense. Maybe could have had a foul called there, but credit Cooper Dunn for trying to hold his ground. Gives up a little bit of size. Might have got some of the hand there, but officials are letting them play early on.
Philip Grubbs, number 20, the sophomore forward. And a football player, 4 football players on this Falcons team under Andrew Rodriguez. Got to get it in. Dowers. And he'll hand it off to Klugo. 25 seconds. Young guarded by Britt. Klugo, 15 seconds. Coming up on 10. Leonard cut off. Got to get it up. Off the glass, left it long. Woolen with the rebound. And that'll end. A defensive first quarter. The Hornets have a 1-point advantage, 9-8 over the North Vermilion Falcons. Regional 28 basketball coming back in the second quarter on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you're business.
All engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities to provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. John Natale, Sean Walker. Not a lot of points there, Sean, but 7 of them belong to Braden Teely-Hahn.
Yeah, there's a good look at him on the screen right there. He's gotten going here early. It took him a second, missed his first couple shots, but his last few have dropped. You just got to get some support. You need some of those other players to find the hoop. And it's not that they're not shooting right now. They're just not falling for Rossville. On the other side, what impressed me with North Vermilion is their dribble drive penetration is creating open shot opportunities.
Leonard in the paint, little floater, got blocked by Dunn.
I think that's something Coach Dunn is going to want to take a look at probably at halftime. You're going to have to do something to trap and not allow that penetration to happen.
Teely-Hahn, spin move off the glass.
Beautiful take. He's just showing you a little bit of everything from his bag. Knocked down the three, knocked down the mid-range game, and now they're getting all the way to the rim.
He's got 9. Kick out. That's Toman. And now Young. Good break to the basket by Graham Young. He's got 6.
The catch was what was impressive there. To catch that, gather his body, and finish. He's looked really good early.
Dunn ran into some traffic. He got fouled.
Yeah, talking with Coach Leonard, as you get another look at that foul there, he said Graham Young is our jack-of-all-trades player. He's the guy that just does a little bit of everything. We put a lot on his plate. He's only a sophomore, and he just responds. So both of these teams relatively young. They got a lot of players coming back next year. This could just be a preview of what we're going to see the next couple.
And they've got some good experience here, winning a sectional title. Now in a regional, Teely-Hahn got blocked, and Woolen came away with the basketball. Schaumburg working a 2-man with Skinner, and got to the lane and count it.
That was a beautiful take right there. They reversed the ball. He gets a screen. He's able to slip right there and then uses the opposite hand to finish. Good job keeping his eyes up on the rim as well.
That's the first on Toman, second team foul of the quarter. And Schaumburg can't complete the three-point play. Rossville up 1. Bucas in the paint. Lots of height and strength. Andre Bucas now on the board.
Not a lot you can do when a guy that size catches it that deep. The work's got to start before he ever gets himself to the block.
Woolen on the dribble drive. Up and underneath, and he gets it.
Little reverse action there. Kiss off the glass. Beautiful play.
4th Hornet in the books. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Back and forth we go. Here's a 3-ball left wing. Count it.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a heck of a regional final.
Schaumburg thought about it. Teely-Hahn on the drive. Pullback jumper. Sank it.
Yeah, you feel a little bit there for Dowers because he just looked over at the bench like, what more was I supposed to do? I stopped him. I checked his drive, and he did a step back and knocked down a fadeaway. Sometimes you just got to say, hey, good luck. Look at that shot.
Graham Young. 9 pacing the way for the Falcons. The advantage is 3 for North Vermilion.
Sophomore's got ice in his veins, man. He's loving the confines of Case Arena today.
Schaumburg from the corner. Back iron no good, and Young with the rebound. Dowers into the paint. And now Young, guarded by Teely-Hahn, on the spin move. Lost the basketball, but there's a foul.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get Skinner, and that's going to be his second, I believe, as he reaches there.
That is
And that's tough because, as you said earlier, John, in the broadcast, he does a little bit of everything, especially the dirty work down low for the Hornets.
That sends Graham Young, the sophomore, to the line looking for points 10 and 11. And he's in double digits.
Yeah, he's feeling it today. I mean, I was getting ready to say if there's a weakness in his game, it may come at the free throw line. He's under 60% for the season, but, man, that had some good form and rotation on it. He looks like he's feeling well.
Looking for point number 11 and tied Teely Hahn for the game high so far. And got them both. Smooth stroke from the sophomore with 11. The lead extended to 5 for the Falcons, 21-16. 5 left in the second.
Yeah, it's one of those days for him. It's like the basket's as big as the ocean, man. He's just got to put it up. It's going in.
Schaumburg in the corner, guarded by Leonard. Schaumburg into the paint, got some space, left that off the rim. Offensive rebound, went up strong. Bucas put the hands up, but may have got a little bit of Schaumburg.
Yeah, everything from Schaumburg today has been short, so I don't know if it's just fatigue now that we're at the end of the season, but every one of his shots have been just a little short today. But, man, you got to love the fact that he's attacking. He's trying to get to the rim. He's not just settling for three-point shots.
That was on Tegan Leonard. And Schaumburg now has 3.
I know I always found when things were a little short, maybe my legs weren't all there, sometimes you can get to the free throw line and start to get that rhythm and feel the range a little better.
And sinks them both. Schaumburg has 4, the lead back to 3 for North Vermilion. Coming up on 4:30 left in the first half.
Good
Leonard,
back.
straightaway 3, cans it.
Yeah, you want to talk about getting in his bag. That was right there, man. Leonard showing off a little bit.
The lead up to 6, the largest it's been. Dunn in the lane. Wild shot, and Bucas with the rebound.
A little bit of a force that time from Cooper.
Leonard working against Dunn. Working a 2-man with Young. To the paint. Bucas, spin move. And he's going to go to the line for the 3-point play.
Fired up, too, right here on the finish. Watch this. Little head fake, little bang. Creates some contact with the body, then finishes through the contact, and then kind of, hey, let you know I'm here, I'm ready to play.
Timeout called by Rossville. We'll keep it here. Today's game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information.
Yeah, early on for North Vermilion, John, it's been the Graham Young and Andre Bucas show. I mean, obviously Leonard had that great step back a second ago, but those two, what I would consider their post players, are really getting the job done today against Rossville. They're finding space. The guards are doing a good job penetrating in the lane, then finding the big guys. Big guys are finishing. It's a great game plan early on for North Vermilion.
Well, what you just said, Sean, was that it's all Teely Hahn at this point, that you need someone else to step up, and that's exactly what North Vermilion has done, having 6 in the books already.
Yeah, they're absolutely playing team basketball, and it's showing on both ends of the floor.
The lead is 9. Rossville needs a basket. Falcons playing man-to-man. Here's Teely Hahn. Now in the paint, that's Edmonds. 6'6" versus 6'6". Left it off the iron, ball juggled around, and Falcons maintain possession. Leonard going to try it. That's off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Bucas can't get it. Another offensive rebound. The grit and determination from the Falcons right now, the energy, just is not matched by Rossville.
Well, and you know, not to be too crucial, but you have 3 guards right there from Rossville that look like they bought a ticket to get in. They were just watching the game instead of playing the game. They've got to get in there and box out and help, and that's what happens. You had 1-on-4, 1-on-5 underneath the bucket, and even if Bucas secures that rebound, he kicks it out. He's got 4 other players that are going to be wide open for a jump shot.
Double-digit lead. Chance to make it 11.
This is where the foul trouble for Brody Skinner comes into play, because Lane Edmonds has more size, but he doesn't have the floor presence. He's not the senior player that Brody Skinner is.
11, the advantage for the North Vermilion Falcons. 60-mile drive to Frankfort. And the Falcon faithful is shown out today. Woolen with the basketball. Now Teely Hahn working that volleyball line. Kick out. Woolen thought about it. Dribble drive. And went up strong. Good take by Andrew Woolen. He's got 4.
Yeah, if there's been an X factor this season for Rossville, I feel like it's been Woolen. He's been the guy that's just kind of steadied the ship at times for them when they've struggled. And, I mean, again, they had a 20-5 record, but they would, during games, have little lulls, and it would be Woolen who would hit a big shot or do something to get him back in it. He just plays so solid for them.
Down low. Good defense by the aforementioned Woolen. Ball's tipped out by Dowers. Oh, looks like Rossville, so it'll be the Falcons underneath. Bucas, double team, good look to Young. You're right, Sean, that guy's got lasers for eyes.
Yeah, with his size and his inside presence, his passing ability, I am sure that he's going to have some college coaches knocking on his door.
Teely Hahn, left perimeter 3. No good. Rebound Young. Young's got a baker's dozen. Under 2. In the corner, that's Toman. Tried to find Young down low. Ball tipped around. Teely Hahn comes away with it. Britt from the corner.
He can shoot that.
Left it short. Teely Hahn offensive rebound. And beautiful move with the left hand.
So it's another element of Teely Hahn's game where he's so good with either hand finishing around the rim.
Perimeter jumper. Back iron no good. Woolen with the rebound.
It'd be crucial for Rossville to try to make a run over this next 90 seconds and see if they can't get this thing down to like 5 going into the break. Try to steal some momentum.
Woolen now in the corner. Britt thought about it. Dribble drive, cut off. Teely Hahn and floater with the right. He's got 15.
Yeah, it's been kind of the one-man show, as we said so far. Teely Hahn keeping him within a puncher's chance right now. Yeah, if I'm North Vermilion, I think I take the air out of the basketball, hold this for one final possession unless you get something point blank right at the rim.
Young with the basketball, guarded by Britt. Now on that left wing, Dowers.
And if I'm Rossville, I'm ratcheting up the defense without fouling. You got to dig in, don't foul.
Young.
Man, he has been a difference maker early on for North Vermilion. What a game for that young man.
Leading all scorers with 16.
Averages 8 points a contest. He's doubled that up already in the first half.
Rossville will hold for the final shot. Down to 5 seconds. Teely Hahn from deep, and he cans it. That's a big bucket heading into the half. What was a slow-scoring first quarter ends up with North Vermilion up 7, 34-27 heading into halftime. We'll have it back on the IC Sports Network.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch.
High years. Now that they've expanded the services in the Flora, Cutler, Bringhurst, and now Rossville, they're excited to join your neighborhood and welcome you to our fiberhood. Learn more at www.mintel.net or call 765-296-2885. John Natali, Sean Walker with you on a brisk, cool Saturday afternoon. But Sean, Talk about lights out shooting from both clubs. It was 9-8 going into the second quarter, and here we are 34-27.
Yeah, both teams are starting to find some rhythm and knock down some shots, but North Vermilion outpacing Rossville right now, and they're doing it with inside presence. I mean, talk about Graham Young having a ball game right now. He's got a season high of 23 versus Cloverdale. He may get there today. Had 16 in the first half already, and he's been the benefit of some great passing from Andre Bucas, and those two alone have been the difference, I think, in this game. Rossville has got to find a way to limit touches in the paint for those guys, and it starts with stopping the dribble drive penetration from the guard play. But, man, great passing from North Vermilion. I love their game plan early on. It's worked out really well for them.
We knew that Braden Teeley-Hahn was going to get his. He's already up to 18 in that first half, but only 4 scorers in the book for Rossville, and they're going to need to get more going. Sean, you had mentioned that, but North Vermilion, all 5 starters are in the books, and then Emmett Klugo has a bucket as well. So what does Rossville need to do? They don't have the height. Bucas is really controlling that paint. So what can Rossville do? Speed it up?
Yeah, I mean, you got to try to do something. I would think they need to come out and pressure, maybe run a press, maybe even change up and go to a different look on defense in the half court here and there, just to throw them off, slow them down, take them out of their rhythm a little. You're going to have to do something. One thing I noticed, and it felt like Cooper Dunn was guarding Graham Young a lot, and I feel like that is a mismatch down low. Cooper is a much better on-ball defender out on the perimeter, and when you had Skinner getting foul trouble and they brought in Britt, I felt like Britt matched up better size-wise down low with Graham Young. So let's see if the Rossville coaching staff recognizes that as well. But, yeah, I think tempo. They got to maybe speed this thing up and try to get out in transition.
We'll take another break. We come back. We'll have some first-half highlights. Regional 28 Championship Basketball, Rossville, North Vermilion on the ISC Sports Network.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning
healthy communities, and more.
Groups, social.
First half highlight. Sean, walk us through it.
Man, this is what you saw a lot of right here was Graham Young, the cuts, the penetration into the lane, and then the work on the glass. You know, Rossville really dominates the rebound margin when you look at the overall stats. They average 10 more rebounds per game, but I would argue without stats in front of me right now, that margin is flip-flopped here today. Teeley-Hahn is doing his best Superman impersonation to try to keep them in it. But again, drive into the paint, kick to the corner, wide open 3, buckets right there once again. And you know, when we see the Teeley-Hahn highlights, you're going to see a little bit of everything from him. We've seen him finish with the right, the left, the mid-range, the 3. Look at the vision again from Bucas. That kid, I mean, you said it earlier, Arvydas Sabonis, man, that is exactly what he's like today, dropping dimes. And then Teeley-Hahn again on the drive, just doing his best to keep Rossville within, you know, a shot of getting back into this game and win it. They're down by 7 right now. That's not an insurmountable margin. But they got to do something here because Graham Young is having a fantastic game. So I'm going to be interested to see what these coaches do at halftime, what adjustments they make. I find it interesting, Rossville's players already back on the floor. So whatever Coach Corey Dunn said out there, John, it stuck, and he wanted them back out here on the floor getting some shots up, ready to play. But, again, it has been lights out from North Vermilion. Pretty much everybody who's checked into the game has found their way into the scoring column, just getting it absolutely done. And Superman's going to need a sidekick at some point in time here.
Let's take a look at how we got here. First for North Vermilion in that sectional 53. That was at Fountain Central as they took out Fountain Central, the host school, 50-34 in that first round. And then Riverton Pike, another big win, 51-29. And then in the championship against Lafayette Central Catholic, 69-53. So, Sean, they're not only winning, they're winning by a large margin. And then for Rossville, they had the first round bye, but then played crosstown rival Carroll, won that one by 20, 57-37. And then in the final against Bethesda Christian, 67-51, yet find themselves down 7 in this Regional 28 championship.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Rossville tested in recent weeks, and we'll see how they respond here in the second half. This is a team that can absolutely fill it up and score in bunches, but it doesn't matter if you're just trading shot for shot with North Vermilion on the other end. So I think defensively is where Rossville needs to lock in and then chip away at this lead over the course of possessions. But they got to find a way to slow down the Falcons because they've been on fire today.
We'll take one more quick break. When we come back, 16 more minutes of basketball to decide who makes it to semi-state next Saturday. You're watching it on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play this.
Attention all engaged couples. Discover why Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities to provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. As we head into the second half, same starters for Rossville on the floor, as is it for Vermilion and the Falcons.
Yeah, one of the keys to watch here early is can Skinner stay out of foul trouble here in the third. And then this is a big first possession right here for Rossville. That 3 cut it to 7. A bucket here would get it to 5. That would make that margin feel much smaller after it was just double digits.
Skinner up top, looking for the back door on the dribble drive. It was rejected by Bucas. Got a paw on it.
Yeah, using that length down low to get the block. Great read, and he's been able to do it today without putting his body in harm's way as far as picking up fouls are concerned.
Risky pass from Toman, but he regains possession. Now Leonard with it. Working against Woolen. Good fake. Tried to go up strong, kept the basketball up and under and got it.
That's just great composure right there from the sophomore to not lose his way.
And all the way down the pike was Teely Hahn. He got fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2.
I love the push there from Rossville, right? They got a bucket on one end very quickly. They tried to get the tempo up, go the other way, and it gets Teely Hahn to the free throw line. But what a play from Leonard down here. He lost the ball, looked like he was in trouble, and then out of nowhere was like, hey, I got a reverse layup. Let's go.
Teely Hahn looked for points, 19 and 20. .709, the lead is 8 for the Falcons. The 60-mile jaunt from Cayuga to Frankfort for a Regional 28 championship. And Teely Hahn gets them both. He's at 20.
Yeah, the junior's having such a great career already. Almost 1,400 career points. He's been a joy to watch.
Leonard left wing looking for Bucas. Good defense by Skinner. And Leonard will bring it back out, working against Dunn. Dunn staying in front, good position. Dowers on the dribble drive. Good look underneath to Young. What a pass.
I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable vision once again. That one came from Dowers. Little backward shovel pass right to Young.
Teely Hahn into the paint, kick out. Woolen off the iron, no good, and good box out from Dowers.
Yeah, North Vermilion's doing a lot of the fundamentals, the little things, the boxing out, limiting Rossville to just one-shot opportunities.
Leonard against Schaumburg. Into the paint, spin move. And went up with the left and left it off the rim. Got it again and threw it going to his backside. Dunn going against Young. Little floater. That one no good. And Skinner with the offensive rebound. Keeps the possession alive.
Rossville fans wanted a foul there. Dunn got bodied a little bit, but Rossville stays with it. They get the bucket from Schaumburg.
Lead is 7. This is what it was at the half. 5:30 left in the third. Bucas. Kick out. Dowers. Oh, my goodness.
They're just making the right read and the right play every time down the floor.
Falcons are shooting 70% from 3. And there's going to be a foul. Never foul a jump shooter, but that's what Leonard did. Schaumburg will go to the line for 3.
It's on the closeout. There's not contact on the shot, but we've seen it from the pros trickle all the way down to high school now. They're trying to protect the lower level of the player, the shooter, and give them room to come down. And it goes against what you've been taught, because you've been taught when the shot goes up, find the guy and box out, right? And unfortunately, it's one of those adjustments now you got to make mid-career.
Timeout's called. Today's game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, offering free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information. John Natale, Sean Walker, and our entire ISC Sports Network crew. Not sure if we expected this coming into this one, but
the Falcons have been impressive. I mean, their preparation coming into this game, the way that they are playing as a team, this is really impressive. This is a team that, you look at 15-11, and yes, that's a winning record, but you think Rossville would have a huge advantage being 20-5. But you can see North Vermilion, they're much better than that 15-11 record would let you to believe.
Schaumburg looking for points 7, 8, and 9. And he's got 7. The lead has been as high as 11 for the Falcons. In and out.
I know one thing North Vermilion's done today with their play is they've taken the crowd out of the game. It's definitely a more dominant Rossville crowd, but they've been pretty quiet.
And Schaumburg gets the offensive rebound and gets 3 anyway.
There you go. When you miss, what do? You follow your shot. Nobody boxed him out.
Leonard working against Dunn. Now a double. Dowers. And left that one short. Up ahead. Woolen. And left it short. But he got fouled. That was a great outlet pass from Teely Hahn.
Yeah, put this right on the money on the run out. And there you saw the swipe that created the foul there.
This is a chance to cut that lead to 5. And Sean, you had mentioned that going to the half. If they can get it to this level, then they can start chipping away. And Woolen's got it. He's got 5. Big one here, 2-possession game.
Yeah, all these kids at this level, you're in a regional championship, you got to believe that you still have a chance. And by keeping it into a 1 or 2 possession game, it helps those beliefs stay nice and strong.
The lead is down to 5.
I like this here too because Dunn is now on Leonard, on ball.
Dowers ran into traffic. Young. That one left short.
He finally cooled off a little bit. That kid has been hot all night.
But then he intercepts the pass. And Schaumburg. I'm not sure what happened there. It was like he's on a pogo stick.
It looked like Graham Young realized I got it across the timeline. Now I'm going to slow up and get it to a guard. And Schaumburg just wanted to piggyback ride the rest of the way down the floor. He wore him out there.
That's only the first team foul on Rossville, but the second on Schaumburg. Now Dowers with it, working from the volleyball line. Dowers needs help. Finally gets it to Leonard. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the third. Leonard picked up his dribble, now gets it to Dowers. Quick look over to head coach Phil Leonard. And Leonard's going to go. Went up amongst the trees, and no dice there. Skinner came away with the rebound. Dunn pull-up jumper, and the lead is 3.
It's a big mid-range shot right there. He hasn't been shooting the 3 with a lot of confidence the last few games, but that shot right there, get into the mid-range, get more comfortable, knock it down.
Dunn's first 2 points. And good backdoor cut from Toman. Answers back. He's got 5.
Taking advantage of Rossville trying to be aggressive on those passing lanes.
Teely Hahn Mid-range jumper. And went in and out. Crowd's starting to come alive for Rossville. They need a stop. Straightaway three. That off the iron, no good. Teely Hahn with the rebound. Outlet to Schaumburg. Pull up. Off the iron and chased down by Leonard.
That's definitely Schaumburg's shot. We've seen him get hot. When he does, he can be one of the streakiest. He may run off 6 or 7 in a row. They're just not able to find the range so far here today.
Young has had the hot hand for the Falcons, leading them with 18. Here's Dowers now. Leonard, left wing. Good hesitation. Kick out. And they'll reset. Leonard will pull it back out.
Thought they had a wide open look there for Thoman. He elected otherwise. Which isn't a bad decision here. North Vermilion's going to be able to milk some more clock here in the third quarter.
That's Young now in the paint. Dowers will bring it back out, guarded by Woolen. Looking for Bucas on the left elbow against Skinner. Right hand. Nice touch.
It's a great setup there, too. He faced up, gave him a jab step left, spun back to his right, got to his dominant hand, and was able to finish.
Lead back up to 7. Woolen going to try it and can it.
That is a huge shot from Andrew Woolen. Rossville needed that injection right there.
Back to a 2-possession game. 90 seconds. Dowers pulling it back out. Working against his number 11 counterpart. Cooper Dunn.
Now you got to go get up on him. Pick up your dribble that far away from, play. As a defender, you got to get up in their face right there.
Leonard working against Woolen. Ran into traffic. Now Bucas. They'll get it back up top. The swing. Young going to try from the corner and couldn't get that to go.
Great box out by Schaumburg. It's going to be a foul on Bucas away from the ball. They'll get him on the push here. That is textbook. And Schaumburg gives up a lot of size and weight right there in that matchup. But if you get low, you put your butt in their gut. That's what they tell you to do, and push them out of there. It's exactly what he did.
Rossville with a chance to cut this to 2, possibly 1.
Coach's little chess match here. North Vermilion took Leonard out to steal a minute timeout here before the quarter break. Get him some rest.
Edmonds back on the floor. He's got the basketball. Handoff to Teely Hahn. Kick out. Dunn thought about it, and he'll pull it back out. Now Britt. Teely Hahn on the dribble drive. Floater with the right. Couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and he got fouled. Teely Hahn working both sides of the court.
Yeah, and this is a big foul. It's against Bucas. He had good position. If he wouldn't have swiped down at the basketball right there, that still would have been a very tough shot for Teely Hahn.
Teely Hahn looking for points 21 and 22. And sinks that. Great free throw shooter. 82% coming into this one.
Both coaches making offensive to defensive substitutions here. Doesn't want Bucas to pick up, a third foul in the last 26 seconds. Get him a break. He's a little emotional right now, but on the other side, they did the same thing with Skinner. They took him out on this end down here to keep him from picking up the foul.
Chance to cut it to 2. And he got it. It's the closest it's been since the first quarter. And Teely Hahn's got double deuces, 22. The shooting has cooled off for North Vermilion. Rossville's built up the pressure defensively, but they've been hitting shots in this third quarter.
Cooper Dunn wanted back on the floor so bad right there. He just got up, went to try to check in, and Coach Dunn said, nope, go sit back. Come on. He said a minute ago, because he saw Leonard coming back into the game, when he saw the sub was for him, he was like, Coach, look who's coming back in. That's my check. I'm supposed to be in here. You got to love that competitive spirit from these young men.
Well, they know they got to leave it all on the floor on this Saturday afternoon for a chance of next week at semi-state. Leonard working against Woolen, almost poked it away, and he did, but he got too much of Leonard.
And that's why they got a foul to give there. It's only a second foul. It may have been a little early to give it with still 17 seconds on the clock, but it's Gamblin trying to go for the steal there.
The lead was high as 11 for the Falcons. It's now 2. Falcons going to hold for the final shot. Woolen found his wallet. Open 3. Couldn't get it off, so Young will try it. And he missed everything. Graham Young airmailed it.
It looked like Rossville had gift wrapped a wide open 3 to Dowers, and then 2 players recovered, leaving Graham Young wide open. And he missed it. It looks like he's cooled off just a little bit here in the third.
1.6 left in this third quarter. The advantages belong to Rossville. Schaumburg. That's going to come up short. But the Hornets put together a good third quarter. Only 8 minutes of basketball left. Fourth quarter coming up on the IFC Sports Network.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications Smart Home app, Mulberry Telecommunications
Speed fiber optic internet, streaming TV, and telephone solutions. A local telecommunications cooperative that has been serving Clinton and Tippecanoe counties for over 120 years. Now that they've expanded the services into Flora, Cutler, Bringhurst, and now Rossville, we are excited to join your neighborhood and welcome you to our fiberhood. Learn more at www.mintel.net or call 765-296-2885. Sean, it kind of looked like North Vermilion was going to run away with this in that first half, but Rossville just kept chipping away, and now they're only down 2 heading into the final 8 minutes for one of these teams of the 2025-26 campaign.
And, you know, I'm going to be honest. I can't really put my finger on what all that run was about. I think it was more just North Vermilion has cooled off a little bit. They weren't knocking down as many shots, and it allowed Rossville to get some stops and chip away at that lead. And now you're right there. I mean, it is a 2-point game. It's anybody's regional championship. 8 minutes to decide it.
Graham Young had 16 coming into the third quarter. They shut him down with only 2. Falcons have the ball.
Rossville's doing a good job now coming out as those players cut to the three-point line, and then when they dive back to the bucket, Rossville's not falling for that as much as they were earlier in the game.
Toman, right wing, guarded by Woolen. Looking for Bucas in the paint. Kick out. Dowers got it. Guarded by Schaumburg. Schaumburg playing good defense. Ball movement is slowed down for North Vermilion in the second half. Young can't get past Dunny, poked it away, ended back up with the basketball.
Stripped by Skinner.
Here come the Hornets. Woolen. And Skinner. Ran the floor, got on that block, and that'll send Brody Skinner to the free throw line with a chance to tie this.
You can see there what the height of Bucas does, though, because Skinner normally finishes that through contact and goes to the free throw line. That time, I think he was anticipating that foul and wasn't able to complete the three-point play.
And Skinner going to try to split the pair.
I like what Skinner's doing on the defensive end right now, though. He is really putting a body on Bucas and forcing him to the high post and not the low block.
Bucas has to sit down with those 4 fouls. And that'll bring in Phillip Grubbs. And that off the back iron, no good.
It was Skinner's foul trouble in the first half that allowed North Vermilion to build a lead. Let's see if Rossville now can take advantage of Bucas being out. This
is Leonard. Working against Skinner. Skinner not letting him get in that paint and threw it up. It was a very late whistle.
It also came from the opposite side of the floor. You got another look at it right there.
So that's a third on Skinner. That'll send Tegan Leonard to the free throw line. 89%.
This kid he's a really good basketball player. I mean, even today, everything he's gotten's been in the flow of the offense. He's attacked the basket. He hasn't just settled, for 3-point shots where he shoots 48%, by the way, on the season. And he did that last year as a freshman as well. This kid's got almost 1,000 points already, and his sophomore season's not even over.
Sinks them both. Lead back up to 4. And Leonard's got 7. Dunn slowly over the timeline, now into the forecourt. Schaumburg into the paint, working against Leonard. And needs some help. Dunn on the drive and got rejected from behind by Grubbs. Another block in the paint.
It's a good sign for North Vermilion. Still getting help, getting defensive shots blocked down low, even though Bucas is on the bench. That was great defense there in rotation for Grubbs.
Coming up on 6 minutes.
Rossville in that 2-3 zone. Maybe it's a box and one even. It looks like Dunn's kind of locked up on Leonard.
Tillman left that one short. Woolen with the rebound. Woolen gets past Grubbs. Good look. Skinner. Kick out. Schaumburg. Huge three.
47-46, John. What a game.
1 point. Leonard. Strong take. No good. There's Skinner with a strong rebound. Rossville with a chance to take the lead.
Now, a lot of their fans standing right now, too, because of the little run they've been on lately, appreciating this fight and grit from this Hornet squad.
Schaumburg thought about it against Leonard. Now he'll try it. Right wing. And he cans it. Aiden Schaumburg, back-to-back threes. And Rossville takes a 2-point lead with 5:01 left in the fourth quarter.
I said it earlier, John, he's streaky, but when he starts to hit, look out, because he can really shoot the basketball. Those are 2 huge shots right here, and it's got the Rossville faithful rocking here in Case Arena.
The junior guard, Aiden Schaumburg, up to 15.
What I say at halftime, Superman needed his counterpart, or Batman needed his Robin. He's shown up. It's Aiden Schaumburg, and man, he is shooting the lights out right now. Love the emotion afterwards, too. This is a good timeout from Coach Leonard, that you just surrendered the lead. You've held it basically the entire game, right? You take your play here, your best play you got, you come back and you run a set, and you try to calm the tides, take this Rossville crowd back out of it. You got to wonder, too, how long will Bucas sit? Because I really feel like he's been the difference maker a lot of this game for North Vermilion, just with his size on both ends of the floor, being able to disrupt shots in the paint, his rebounding on both ends, and his passing has been uncanny today.
He's got 9. But the big 6'6" senior forward had to take a chair because he picked up his 4th foul early in this fourth quarter.
And looks like we're going to get the answer. He's coming back right now with 5 minutes to go. Coach Leonard's going to roll the dice with him. Let's see if he goes offense to defensive substitutions as often as he can.
What a ball game we've had on the campus of Frankfort High School. Regional 28 championship on the line.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful venue. I'm so glad they host sectionals and regionals and semi-states, and just, it's so awesome. Great place to watch a game.
Leonard's been quiet. And Bucas, right elbow, kick out. Toman couldn't get it up, so he'll have to pull it back out, get it over to Dowers. Leonard, right wing. Some standing from North Vermilion. So Leonard will pull it back out. Now get it to Young. Teely Hahn on Young. Young's been extremely quiet in this second half after the first half explosion. North Vermilion crowd comes alive. Schaumburg working against Skinner. Spin move. And a foul on the floor. And if that's on Skinner, that's his fourth.
Had 3 players collapse here, so let's see which one they got. They did get Skinner. It must have been that left arm that was shaded from our point of view, same side as the camera there.
Swing to Leonard. Up top, Dowers, guarded by Woolen. Woolen's had a major impact defensively in the second half.
And now both bigs with 4 fouls apiece. Well, keep an eye on that matchup.
And pretty move. Lane Toman now with 7. And we're tied at 49s. Schaumburg has hit back-to-back threes. Teely Hahn behind the back. Now Woolen. Into the paint. Good look to Skinner. And the finish.
Interior passing from Rossville now starting to pick up. We're starting to see some shots right there around the rim as well for them.
Coming up on 3.
Back and forth seesaw battle.
Dowers. And in and out, no good. Hit every part of the rim, just couldn't hit the nylon.
Boy, that looked like it was dead on.
Schaumburg thought about it, and he'll pull it back out, guarded by Leonard. Teely Hahn. Kick out, done. Missed everything, but there's Skinner, and got bothered by Bucas.
Crowd wanted that 5th foul, but I thought it was just good defense. Looked like he had all ball. And then Dunn's going to pick up the foul there on the ball coming up the floor.
That's only the first foul on Cooper Dunn.
It's not a bad foul there in that situation because it looked like North Vermilion wanted to push. Had some numbers going the other way.
Exactly 2:30 left in the fourth. And poked away, but Leonard tracks it down. And I believe they're going to get done again. Just good hustle on behalf of both teams on that one.
This is what we've seen Cooper do all year long. He becomes an absolute pest when the fourth quarter hits. And in close games like this, he'll be the first one to dive into the bleachers going for a loose ball, hit the floor, you name it. I mean, he's got a competitor's fire. And it doesn't look like Leonard's backing down from the challenge either, though.
Rossville's got to be careful. 4 fouls with 2:26 left. Next one will send Falcons to the free throw line. Leonard to control it. Done on him. Two-man with Bucas up top.
If I squint, Cooper Dunn kind of starts to turn into TJ McConnell in the fourth quarter, stealing the ball and just being a menace.
I was waiting for the Pacers reference. Took until 2 minutes in the fourth to get it. Dowers left that off the iron.
Man, he's had some good looks, some unfortunate rolls there. About 3 a minute ago, as you said, hit every part of the rim, just didn't drop. That was a good open look there.
Teely Hahn and Dowers got him on the hand.
Yeah, you saw it there as he went behind the back to get away from the defender. Little grab and hold action.
Second on Dowers, second on the team. Skinner. He's done a good job of shutting down Bucas in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think if you're Rossville on this end right now, Teely Hahn's got to touch the ball. You live and die with it in his hands.
90 seconds. And Rossville's going to try to bleed this clock as much as they can. Teely Hahn working against Dowers. in the paint, and they'll pull it back out. Here's Dunn.
It's one thing Rossville definitely has. They got some ball handlers. That's a difficult pass to make.
Tried to fit that into a tight window.
Third team foul, so there's still a couple fouls to give to get them to the free throw line. With Rossville up 2, look for, I would bet here on this timeout they come out, they get a take foul to get them closer to the bonus, because Rossville right now is just milking the clock, John.
65 seconds left. North Vermilion came out shooting lights out in that first half. They have cooled down considerably. And Rossville kept chipping away. They were down by 11, and now they hold a 2-point lead. And a date with Semi-State next Saturday. What a ball game, Sean.
Yeah, and outside the game right now, I'm loving the camera shots going around the gym. I saw traveling land, Lenny Seago, sitting behind the Rossville bench. He had his own show on ISC at one point in time. And then a longtime broadcaster for Purdue Radio as well. And then I saw our very own Joe Rook in the stands. He's wearing his Indiana University National Championship shirt. Probably the only thing red he's got because he bleeds hot dog blue. But he's out here supporting the Hornets today.
It's quite the environment inside Case Arena. And we have ourselves a ball game with 65 seconds left. Long outlet to Woolen. And we'll see how long Rossville controls this basketball. 60 seconds.
Again, no shot clock. There's no reason to put up another shot. You have the lead. There's that quick foul we were talking about that we were going to get. I would bet Rossville will inbound. If I am North Vermilion, I don't foul for at least the first 15 to 20 seconds. I try to create a turnover, and then I go for that fifth foul and put them at the line. And you also want to be strategic on who you foul here too. Looking at free throw percentages and things. That's all your scouting report of. Know who to foul in this situation if they touch the ball.
And that's why they brought in Nolan Britt. Second on the team, shooting it at 74%.
Another timeout to talk things over here.
Big loss at the free throw line, Sean, was Yuri Castilla. Had an injury in practice, and he's not available tonight.
Yeah, he's another one of those players that he gets spot minutes, but when he comes in, he makes an impact. He's one of those guys on the floor that gets after you defensively and takes care of the basketball on the offensive end.
We'll see who has the basketball. Sean, you had mentioned at the top of the broadcast, probably going to see a lot of Cooper Dunn handling that basketball, Teely Hahn. And then if they got to go, they got to go. But each team now at 4 fouls, so the next one will send each of them to the bonus.
It's great, too, because starting to see the ladders come out. You as a coach, you hope your players aren't looking over there at that just yet and imagining what it could be like. You just got to concentrate on the next 55.7 seconds. But, man, once the ladders come out, it starts to get real in here. We're cutting down the nets, baby.
Rossville with a 2-point lead over the North Vermilion Falcons, who had to travel 60 miles. Their fan base has showed up, and them themselves have played a wonderful basketball game, but have to do something in these final 55.7 seconds.
The crazy thing is this will be the first regional championship for both of these squads in quite some time. We get another timeout there. Credit North Vermilion's defense. They are making it difficult to get this ball inbound.
Corey Dunn saved the possession there.
But North Vermilion has one regional championship in their history. It came in 1969. Rossville has 5, but they haven't gotten one since 2002. It has been a long time. That's the same year they won state, as a matter of fact.
79-68 over the Vikings of Bar Reeve. Remarkable year.
I know this community, after the run that the Clinton Prairie Gophers went on last year here in Clinton County, Rossville being part of Clinton County, their fans are saying, why not us this year? I know that's been a lot of their thought as this season's gone along. Their expectations have gotten much higher. And, man, credit North Vermilion today. They have played one heck of a basketball game. This has been so fun to watch and be a part of.
Well, you mentioned Clinton County. A lot of these kids play with each other growing up. Clinton
For sure.
Central, Clinton Prairie, Frankfort, Rossville. 55.7. And the Hornets have a 2-point lead. How to get it in. And in the backcourt, Woolen. Guard against Leonard. Now Schaumburg with it. What are the Falcons going to do? 45 seconds. Dunn into the lane. And they got a foul. That was a bang-bang. You're the foul or a travel. And it looks like he just lost the basketball.
It got caught on his hip. Now, I don't think it was a travel. I really don't, John. He took the one step after that and then got rid of the basketball. But I think the contact of him going through there with two people, he just kind of lost it, and they get the benefit of the whistle here for sure.
Cooper Dunn, the chance to get this to 4 for Rossville. And can't do it. That was a big free throw miss.
Yeah, it's one knock on Cooper's game. He's only 49% from the free throw line. There was that one step, and it looked like it was about to be a turnover had they not gotten that whistle. But this could end up being a very good foul for North Vermilion.
And can't get it. Leonard flies in for the rebound. 40 seconds. It is a one-possession game. And a timeout by Phil Leonard. Sean, where's the defibrillator? I think I need it.
Yeah, I mean, these are those moments where you feel, these are young men on the floor, and you don't ever want to see anybody lose. And if North Vermilion hits a big shot down here, Cooper Dunn is going to be haunted by those free throws for a very long time. Had a chance to put it to a 4-point game and missed both of them there. And you got it just is what it is, man. This is obviously a nerve-rattling time. You're coming down. You got a chance to win a regional championship. You got the crowd in here looking at you. And I can tell you as a high school student, they used to do the three-point dunk contest, during sectional and regional time back in the day. And I was out there as just the ball boy, just making sure the balls that got loose, the racks were where they needed to be. The roar of that crowd was unnerving for sure. And I can't imagine what these players are feeling today inside this gym because it's such a great venue for basketball.
It was 2 years ago when North Vermilion was in sectional 54. They knocked off Rossville in the sectional championship. And the Hornets trying to return the favor in 2026. 37.6 left in the fourth quarter.
Going to be huge here. Obviously, Rossville's got to do their job on defending, and North Vermilion's got to get it in bounds. But it is a one-possession game. 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead.
Foul is not the worst thing that can happen here, unless it's 3. Leonard with the basketball, coming up on 30 seconds.
Yeah, number 12 is the one kid you don't want to put on the free throw line.
In the paint, Leonard got stripped away. Bucas threw it up, the left hand, but he got fouled. So Andre Bucas looking for points 10 and 11 and tie this one at 51.
And that's going to be number 5 on Brody Skinner. He'll be DQ'd for the rest of this contest. It was a great pass from Leonard that time to Bucas. Just caught Skinner out of position, picks up the foul.
Brody Skinner, the senior, will have to watch the final 24.4 from his bench and gets a big round of applause, well deserved. Didn't have the scoring output, but he held Andre Bucas pretty quiet here in the second half.
Yeah, one of just 2 seniors on this roster is Brody Skinner. It's been a great career. And Bucas, 61% stepping up to the line. Look how calm he was there, John.
He's the second Falcon in double digits with 10. Big one here. Left it short. He got the rebound. Floater with the right. Left it off the back iron. And Dunn comes away with the basketball, fouled by Leonard. And that'll send Cooper Dunn to the free throw line with 19.9 left. Hornets up 1.
Man, that was a mad scramble. That almost backfired bad on the Hornets. That's part of that Skinner fouling out, right? That's normally his rebound right there, and that one got batted up in the air. Bucas got a great look at it again. Now Cooper Dunn's got to just take a deep breath here at the free throw line.
And left it off the front of the iron.
He's rushing, John. But all three of these free throws, it's been quick dribbles and right into the shot. He just needs to take a deep breath and compose himself.
Some tired legs. These student athletes played their heart out and got the second one.
That adds a little pressure, but still, 2 to win, or 2 to tie, 3 to win.
15 seconds. And the Hornet faithful all on their feet. Well, Sean, this is how you get to regional basketball. You can motor through a sectional, you get a good draw, and you just play some teams that, you're slightly better than. You get big margins of victory, but this is why you're here. These are the games where you know what's on the horizon. Big semi-state opportunity next Saturday, but you got to take care of business today, and both of these teams are playing lights out.
It's such fun basketball to watch, especially this time of year. You get two teams. What better? You got a one-round regional now. They changed that a couple of years ago. You get the one-round regional. You get in here, these two teams matched up, and I couldn't have asked for a better matchup today. Kudos to both of these teams, their players, their coaching staffs. The game plans have been perfect. The execution has been absolutely phenomenal. And, I'm just a fan. I know I get to work it today and have fun, but I'm a fan. This has been great.
Braden Teely-Hahn.
Who's your hysteria, baby?
There you go. There's nothing quite like it in the state of Indiana. High school basketball. This one of the epicenters, one of the premier arenas in all of Indiana. And lots of blue here, lots of red. And 14.9 seconds remain. Who's going to get the ball for North Vermilion? And nobody guarding anybody, so Dowers ends up with the basketball. Leonard with it, 10 seconds. Leonard into the paint, pull-up jumper, left it off the iron. Bucas with the rebound and puts it in.
Timeout taken by Rossville. What a shot from the big fella.
Missed the free throw the previous possession. Gets the offensive rebound and ties us at 52.8 left on the clock.
I think they're going to discuss if there's any extra time here. I thought when it went through the net and I saw the first timeout called on the floor, there was a little over 1. I thought it was closer to 1.8 at the time. Obviously, we don't have the benefit of that.
They're at the scorer's table.
So we'll see if they add any more time to this, but it looks like we may get an extra stanza unless we get a miraculous shot here. They do, 1.6, so I was close.
They'll have to take it out on the baseline. So they do have enough time for a final shot.
It is March Madness, John. I'm still loving the old Valpo play from back in the day, man.
Bryce Drew.
Let's run it. Hit the guy coming back to you and dump it off to somebody streaking and pull the three. Let's let it fly.
This game has been back and forth since the turn of the half.
Again, I think the most crucial play right now was that fifth foul on Skinner. It's allowed 2 offensive rebounds. One didn't pay off, but the second one did, because when Bucas got it on that second possession, got the rebound, able to go back up with it. It was the exact same shot he missed the previous trip. This time he's able to correct that miss, make it, and we're all nodded.
So 4 line on the logo for Rossville. And Woolen to inbound, and they got Bucas on the ball. That's a smart move. Woolen's got to get over the 6'6 senior. Here we go. Teely-Hahn gets it up. That's going to come up short. We're going to play extra basketball.
Overtime. Love a little overtime.
We're going to catch our breath. We'll take a break. We come back. An extra 4 minutes of basketball. Regional 28 championship on the line. Rossville, North Vermilion on the IC Sports Network.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation. Wedding day will be seamless. Creek Barn.
An encouraging positive change. MisusePrevention.org.
And they decided that 32 minutes wasn't enough, so we're going to play an extra 4.
You might as well get your money's worth. You're coming from 60 miles away.
What a show. both of these teams has put on. North Vermilion got up as much as 11 in that first half. Rossville got it up to 4 in the second half. And now we're deadlocked at 52.
Definitely, body language is something I always watch, and it's not just the players on the floor, it's also the fans in the stands. The student section from North Vermilion is bouncing. They are excited, ready to go. Rossville's fans, I think, feel like they might have coughed one up there.
Teely Hahn couldn't hit the right wing three, and Dowers came away with the basketball. Every possession important. Edmonds now in the game, number 2. Try to get some height against Bucas. And they're fighting underneath. Double team. Dowers into the paint. Ran into a phone booth and couldn't get that to go. And Cooper Dunn with the rebound.
Wow, I thought Woolen took a shot there from Bucas. That would have been number 5 on the big fella.
Both teams in the bonus. Now Woolen, left elbow. Hand off Teely Hahn, almost lost it. On the dribble drive, goes up strong and left it short. Good defense by Bucas.
Both players able to shake that off. Looked like knee-to-knee contact there, too.
Both teams leaving it all out on the floor. Leonard got caught in a phone booth. He'll get it back up to Bucas. Now the handoff. Leonard working against Dunn. Into the paint, off the glass, and left it off.
Rossville's got numbers if they want to push.
Schomburg on the drive, couldn't get it to go, but Aiden Schomburg picked up the foul. Good position by Dowers.
I thought that could have been a play on. He was definitely in position. I thought that Schomburg did a good job slipping off the side of him and not creating, straight into his chest contact. Official saw it otherwise.
And the offensive foul doesn't meet the bonus. So Leonard's got the basketball. Still tied at 52s, coming up on 2 minutes. Dowers working against counterpart 11. Poked away, and Woolen on the ground, and there's going to be a foul. And who's that going to go against? They put it on Dowers. And that's his 4th.
Yeah, 3 players there on the floor, and the referee was pointing. I couldn't tell who he was pointing at. Great job there making sure the moisture gets cleaned up down there on the floor.
Sean, you mentioned it. Andrew Woolen, one of those guys that comes out of the woodwork. And he's got 2 huge free throws with 2:05 left in overtime. Got it.
Yeah, he's typically that player that when they need a play, he makes it. I mean, that right there is an effort play, diving on the floor in the corner.
3rd Hornet in double digits. He's got 10. Point number 11. Huge right here. Calm, cool, collected.
Those are big free throws. That puts a lot of pressure on North Vermilion now.
2 minutes. The swing over to Young on that left. He's been extremely quiet, has Graham Young in this second half. Kick out. Dowers thought about it. And now Leonard. Leonard working against Dunn into the paint. Up and under, couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and good hustle by Leonard. Just kept fighting for the basketball, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I'll tell you, Leonard's like a magician at times, man. He just uses that footwork, uses those fundamentals until he finds an opening to get the ball up towards the rim. That is great work from the sophomore.
94 seconds. And Tegan Leonard at the line, the sophomore. Came into this one averaging 17, only has 7. But he's pretty much gone the distance for head coach Phil Leonard, or Pops, whatever you want to call him. And got the rubber rim. Point number 9. Huge right here. And we are tied again, this time at 54s.
I can't imagine being a sophomore, let alone the star of your team, standing at the free throw line, having to knock down 2 free throws to tie up a regional championship game.
Coming up on 80 seconds. Teely Hahn with the basketball. He's been quiet in the second half.
Dower's doing a great job on the ball right now, too.
Spin move. Pull-up jumper. And couldn't get it to go. Leonard with the rebound. Chance for North Vermilion to retake the lead. 1 minute.
I almost think if you're Rossville in this possession, you got to stay man-to-man, one-on-one. You can't help and sag off. Everybody's just going to have to lock down their player right here.
Got to be careful of the foul. Falcons working the top of that perimeter, low in the paint. Leonard's going to go to the line for the three-point play, the sophomore guard.
Watch this cut right here. And not only the cut, it's how he positions his body back towards the basketball goal to get that angle. So as soon as he's going up, he's already into the body of the defender, creating contact. That is just a heads-up play from the sophomore. I mean, he is a fantastic scorer.
Leonard becomes the third Falcon in double digits. He's got 11. And a baker's dozen, or I should say a dozen, would be huge right now and get the lead to 3 for the Falcons.
Got a scratch there. They'll give him an opportunity to get this thing stopped quickly and go back to the free throw line. Saw the same thing with Dunn a moment ago. If you've noticed, he's got kind of a red tape around the underside of his knee.
.2. Ice cold.
What a 5-point swing there for Leonard.
What will Rossville do? Looks like they're in no hurry. That's Edmonds. Rolling with the basketball. They're trying to find number 5. There he is. 20 seconds.
I'm going to say Schaumburg, Wolin, or Teely Hahn have got to take, if you're going for 3, it's got to be one of those 3.
And a timeout by Corey Dunn. 13.5 left. Regional 28 championship on the line. The 15-11 North Vermilion Falcons traveled 60 miles to put on a show with the Rossville Hornets, and they are up 3.
This has been just an absolute great first regional round game here today. These two teams both deserve this championship. Again, you hate to see anybody lose at this level, especially when they've played as well as they have. Whoever goes home today is going to think back on some missed opportunities, but I hope that they think back about how much fun they had and how contested of a game this was.
It's not easy to get to this point. It's a long season. And Sean, with all the obstacles that have happened this year, the weather, a lot of postponements, suspensions of games, just the wear and tear of starting basketball. And right after football, a lot of these players play football, so they have to transition into basketball, which you're going 100 yards versus 90 feet. Game is sped up. But right now, both Rossville and North Vermilion have to put on the best 13.5 seconds left on the defensive and offensive end. Britton now for Rossville. Good three-point shooter. Here's Woolen. Into the lane. Britt, straightaway 3! Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Schaumburg! And he got fouled! The worst case scenario for North Vermilion. Schaumburg has struggled from the line all season, and he has a chance with 4.6 left to tie this at 57s and possibly send this game to a second overtime.
How ironic is this, too, that the foul is on Bucas. It's his 5th. Remember, this happened with Skinner. He went out. An offensive rebound off of a missed free throw ended up in the hands. They had an opportunity.
And Schaumburg left it short. He needs this one. If he misses, it'll put a lot of pressure on Rossville with their best rebounder on the bench. And rimmed it out. Sean, you got to miss it.
Yeah, I would think you almost have to at this point. I mean, if it does go, then you've got to foul very quickly. As soon as the ball gets inbounded, you have no time to waste. You can try to get the steal right away, but you got to be prepared to foul.
Teely-Hahn and Edmonds in the paint. Stepped on the line, and a free throw violation.
Now North Vermilion's going to take a timeout here, John, just to, I think, make sure they get it in bounds, make sure their kids understand all the situational basketball that Rossville has left right now, and really it's a hope and a prayer at this point with 4.6 left. Now the only bad thing about that is it is their final timeout, so if they struggle to get this in, you know, you could have the 5-second opportunity to give Rossville the ball right here underneath their own bucket and another good shot at it. So that would have been one reason to keep it. But obviously Coach Leonard has the faith in his guys. He wants to draw something up, make sure they get it in bounds. Try to make sure he gets one of his better free throw shooters to the ball to be fouled and close this out. I mean, one free throw and it's basically a two-possession game unless you're Larry Johnson and you get the benefit of a crazy whistle.
Lane Edmonds will be on the ball with that 6'6" frame. Teely-Hahn, Cooper Dunn, Andrew Woolen, and Aiden Schomburg on the floor for Rossville. Andre Bucas on the bench with his 5 fouls. And they got to watch Phillip Grubbs, and finally Teely-Hahn picked it up. Reminds me of the old Boise State hide in the blue end zone. Here we go. Got to get it in. Young, Dowers, and a foul by Dunn with 2.5 left in the first overtime.
Man, hats off to North Vermilion and their faithful. They have played a fantastic basketball game today.
They gave it to Schomburg, his 4th.
You know, you love to see a team who hasn't celebrated a regional since 1969. It's been 57 years in the making, and they are 2.5 seconds away from getting one.
And the senior leadership of Tegan Dowers gets his 7th point, makes it a 2-possession game. And got the rubber rim. Schomburg will just hoist. And the travel back to North Vermilion High School. Someone get to the trophy case and rearrange it, because you're coming back with a Regional 28 championship.
Yeah, there's going to be some new pieces of a net and a new placard to put on that, baby, because they are regional champs. Congratulations, North Vermilion.
57 years between sectional or regional titles. And the North Vermilion Falcons have come in to Frankfort, Indiana, and have taken out the Rossville Hornets, who will finish this season 20-6. And the Falcons. Sean, we talked about losing streaks coming out of the regular season. Lost their last 2 regular season games, but the 4-game winning streak, no bigger, and what is needed at this point in the basketball season.
Yeah, I mean, just so huge, so huge. North Vermilion Hats off. We got Rossville on the screen right now. Hats off to them. Their bunch. They played a great season all season long. This is a young group. I mean, that entire nucleus is coming back next year. And so you always talk about those learning moments. You got to learn to win. This is going to be one where this was a winnable game today for Rossville. They missed some free throws. They missed some opportunities that kind of caught up with them late. And, hats off to a senior like Brody Skinner, Yuri Castilla. But then over here for the Falcons, man, congratulations to these guys. Look at that. Regional title champions, 2025-26. As you said, John, put it in the trophy case, baby. We're coming home with some hardware.
Graham Young led the Falcons in scoring with 18. Tegan Leonard